quarterback than he was there, in my opinion, because he can do more things. He's mentally on it. I mean, we've come light years ahead of where he was 2 years ago when we walked in and just started teaching him protections and really, dove into that.
So that was Dan Campbell talking about Jared Goff being a better quarterback now than he was for the Los Angeles Rams. Easy?
What up?
How do you feel about that sentiment?
I think it's true. Yeah, I mean, I think it's true. I think based off what Dan Campbell said too is like,
it's interesting.
He's being asked to do more in this situation here in Detroit. He's been involved with tailoring the offense to a T like last year. I believe every bit of it. With Sean McVay, it was very much painted as a situation where Jared Goff had to just do whatever the hell he said. It was very much like his hand was being held. And part of that, him like growing from that is like, yeah, he's still in his 20s. You know what I'm saying? This guy's still like maturing as a professional quarterback. So I don't necessarily look at it as a bad thing or Sean McVay's fault. I think you see Jared Goff just grow, just in general. His time here in Detroit especially. I mean, 2021 was fucking horrendous. I don't care like what anybody wants to say, that shit was god awful. There was very bad quarterback play at moments of 2021. Now, 2022, you see a big leap taken from there. And this is the growth in him. And again, he's a lot more involved in this situation. I'm talking about the audibles. I feel like even more so from like a leadership standpoint too. Like I think people forget how young he was in the Los Angeles Rams situation, but I have no issue believing that. I think I could see that wholeheartedly.
Yeah, the guy obviously spent the beginning of his career in LA, so he was learning how to play on the NFL level. He did have some success, but now, yeah, you could see him being a more complete quarterback than he was. Obviously, he is much better last year than he was when he started the season, or he started his tenure in Detroit, but that also plays a factor into Ben Johnson tailoring the offense around him, providing him with more weapons, with guys on the outside and guys in the running game that can make plays. So, yeah, I'm not worried about that. I'm not saying no poo-poo to that. It makes sense. The guy is growing as a player. He is more complete as a player, and we saw him have one of, if not the best year of his career last year. And I expect a similar output from him this year. I expect him to go out there and have an equally good, if not better, season than he did the year before.